Absolute devastation. Thought about she cheated on him for 20 years. At 40 I've been with my cheating ex for about 2 years. We were high school sweethearts when she was in her senior year, and we met when I was working in a video store in a small town. We were close friends for about 6 months, and then I had the courage to kiss him, and the rest, as they say, is history. Awful, but we all know that this story didn't end. My friends didn't cheat, and I hadn't heard anyone talk about it. I didn't know how much pain was coming. It was an accident that I even learned about it. A co-wedding workers was taking place in a different state, so I used my extra golf to go. She told me about the event 2 weeks ago. People my ex and I knew had a lot of common friends, which isn't a surprise. As we were watching a movie, I realized I had lost my cell phone. We had a lot of accounts linked together because we had been married for 10 years, and my iPad was one of them. I was browsing on it during the flake. The first thing on the list was not my phone. It was hers. Before going out of state, she was at a hotel an hour away. That is also very popular. Often people get married there. I was sure that was the answer. He or she would be there with their coworkers at around 8 o'clock in the evening. In the hotel, I couldn't find her. For 2 hours, I narrowed the GPS to a certain part of the wing. This is how it looked when she was there, so I tried to do my best Eddie Murphy. In Eddie's early movies, he was a master at getting into places you shouldn't be or getting free things. That's why I call it that. I went to the front desk and said, "Gee, was there a wedding this morning? I'm afraid someone took advantage of her because she was drunk." Afterwards, "Can you give me the room number and ask for my phone number?" They told me where the room was, and my heart started racing as I turned a few more corners. I knocked on the door and tried to think of Eddie, the room service guy, again, to help me. Using the most pleasant tone I could muster, I told a man that I must be wrong. I tried to hide my anger and rage. Immediately, my cover was opened. "I think I'm in the right place. You should open up so we can talk." A text from my cheating spouse finally told me that the game was over. There will be a meeting for her to talk about in the morning. She says she won't leave the room. Oh, that's fine. Stay with your partner the rest of the night. I got it. I stay for about an hour to see if they come out of this place. The restrooms are in the hallways in the European style, but now someone has come out of them. Photos. I went and took pictures of her car so I could have some proof. I was heartbroken and didn't sleep well at all when I got home. You're meeting her in an open park where she knows there will be people. She did say that. Okay, I haven't touched you or raised my voice at you in 20 years. But now domestic violence is making her put off going to the doctor. There are still things I want to do at the park, even though I get there a few minutes later than I planned. The night before, I got the coldest shoulder. Even though I was ready to make this work to fix it, I was. To get her back, I came with a forgiving heart, and I was sure that she would be sorry. We wouldn't burn down our whole lives. Says, "I'm sorry." That's how it looks. She's sorry. She was caught, and I told her how I found out. She laughed at it. We talked about her coming home, and I was both shocked and awed by what I heard. I can't go back to how things were. I'm stuck there. Oh, that's fine. So she's the one who got hurt. She spent 3 days in a hotel downtown, with her lover, trying to figure out if she should come home. He had a 12-year-old son, too, and maybe she didn't want to deal with all of that. She didn't do anything for a week. Wouldn't even speak to me. Demanded. We each have our own room to sleep in. Says she's going to work on this. She says she just needs a break after all she's been through. She's done now. Seeing the AP, we do the right thing and start marital counseling session 1, without giving any more information about it. Come on. A few weeks ago I asked for more transparency, and I'd been going berserk looking up things on the internet. She doesn't stop. She can't go back to the way things were, but she can't say why our life wasn't happy or fulfilling enough. She doesn't know why. And what she meant when she said that. Lucky for me, the therapist noticed something and asked me if I was done with the affair, right? Stunned and amazed. As I started the slow troll into the trickle of the truth, she said that she had been with him for at least 1 year before. I haven't called him yet, but I was going to. It was a complete surprise to me that I was still happy in the bedroom. Gifts from her helped her get her way. At one point she gave me a watch with a note on the back that said, "I love you more." Every time she thought of me, she texted and called me. She went out of town on business and didn't tell me. In the end, I was in tears and thought about going to jail, leaving right now, or staying in the marriage. Because I love this woman with every ounce of my being, I am so committed to this meeting. The level of honesty is abysmal. When I went to check on her, I found that she had turned off location sharing on every single device, as well as changed all of her passwords to everything. Oh, that's fine. Because she is so hurt, I asked for such a thing. In the morning, her cheating ex wants to have an open relationship with her, and that'll help. I'm disgusted, desperate, and in a bad mental state. I'm ashamed and disgusted at myself. I think so, too. I think I know it's over, but I don't know how to get my body to agree with the therapist corners that say she should break it off with the AP. Still, there is no word on that. That polyamory might not be good for us right now. Because that lady was mean to her, I never want to go back to therapy in my next house. Oh, that's fine. People are starting to notice that there is a pattern in what they do. I cry every night, and they are deep and terrible. People who used to be close to each other now don't want to be close to each other. There are ghosts of people we used to be around the house. I shout and scream at the world from time to time. It's the darkest time in my life when we have sex. Then, when we're done, she says she just wanted to get off. I think it's sexy. We don't love each other then. Oh, that's fine. Here. That's what I thought. We had a great relationship that never lost its fire. We had sex in the bedroom. 4 times a week, 2 dashes will be made by me. Always. I act. It could be a mistake. I get Tinder and go on a few dates. It's true that I tell people I'm married and that I'm likely to get a divorce. Before I met these people, I was very honest with them. In case I finished the divorce, one told me to give her a call. Because I'm a good person, she said. Other people took me home. My ex had more power and a little justification for having an affair because I didn't wait. Soon, though, we'll get to that. I'm almost done with the crazy train on the same weekend that I did it. When she goes camping with her, it's a lot more than just going camping. I know this because AP told me. In the meantime, does that mean I can't ask about anything else I want to? You see, I kept feeling worthless because of this setup. I slept with Tinder because of this setup. By Monday, I had enough. I'm still willing to work through it and make up for the fact that we don't have a marriage. W's takes a business trip, and I don't know what's going on. There is no trust at all. I call her and ask her, let this man go? You say that you will love me. You have to rebuild this trust right away, or I'll leave before you get home. He asked her if she could do all of them. She said she wasn't sure. When she is asked what needs to be cleaned up, she doesn't think it's a marriage. For when she's not around, I pack up all my important things, grab the dog, and move in with some friends. She didn't think I could do it. She called me in the middle of the night, and she was in tears. Why did I move my things? Crazy town. This was a full trip. In the past 2 months, she had to make a decision about this. I told her that she had to make a decision soon. I was no longer able to live with her as part of this, and that time is running out. When I told her she'd probably be in the divorce camp in 2 months or less, I said that her selfishness and need for validation from men had made her do nothing but insult me. She told me it was my fault that I found out about the affair, in her words. As long as we were together, she would have been the good housewife. If I didn't have to. A phone call made me sick and almost mad. Who was this person? I thought I knew who I shared my life with. I thought she didn't care about me so much that I was just a good thing, or at the very least, there to make her wants and needs go away. She backed up and yelled. Could be good. This could turn into something new that both of us will enjoy. We might even have a lot of fun going on dates together and being excited to see each other. The same thing will happen, if it's meant to. It didn't matter how bad things were. Even in this state, I knew that you worked hard at relationships. You have to do things to show your love. And I didn't get any of that from this disgusting piece of shit from this world.